All right, guys, we are here again with Greg Morton Outdoors. Big shout out to him. Thank him by going and following his YouTube and check out his hikes and everything that he does. He's gonna watch Leo for me, so we're gonna say goodbye, Leo. Say goodbye for the 10-mile section that has no water. I'm fully hydrated, so I'm gonna go ahead and just try to knock this out in a little over 3 hours. And he's gonna meet me on the other side with Leo, and then we're gonna head off into the woods. And there's plenty of water on the trail after that. Nice cool day, so it shouldn't have any issues. So we're gonna get back on trail. We are about 3 miles in, which is basically, we're coming up on the area that me and Leo camped at the first night where the diarrhea incident happened with him. So I'm just trying to push through this hot area without him. Greg's gonna meet me on the other side of it. And then from then on, there's water everywhere and a lot more shade as well. This is a burn area. I think they said it burned maybe 2020 or something like that. So it's there's a little bit of tree break, but the majority of it is burned and open. So it's a cooler day than it was the other day when we did this. So I'm gonna be just drinking my water, staying hydrated, and just gonna push through. We are at the halfway point of this open section. It's been pretty shaded for the last few miles, but we're about to enter into what's considered the burn area for the next 5 miles. So I'm gonna take a quick break, chug the rest of the water in my bottle, fill it back up again, and be ready to go for the next section. Meet back up with Greg to get Leo, and then start heading the other way or heading towards the Durango and trying to find me a camp. So beautiful little outlook right here. So we're gonna stop, gonna drink that water, and then we'll get back on trail. Alright, we are about through the dry section. It's not as open as I thought it was. I mean, out of the 10 miles, the first 3 are open, and then you get to the tree line, and then you got, you know, a good amount of shade here and there, and then this is the last 3, and it's definitely pretty open. So, but beautiful. So we got, I think, about 2 more miles to get to the fire station and to get Leo, and then we're going to see how far we're going to go today. I don't have a set plan, but I'm going to talk to Greg and see if he knows like what the coolest campsite is in the next, 10 miles after that, and we'll just stop there. All right, I screwed up. I'm having to backtrack now to the last place that I rested. Wasn't filming when I rested, but I just stopped to fill up my last water bottle, and I left my baseball cap. And normally that wouldn't be a big deal, but this cap has significant meaning to me, being that one of my dear friends that gave it to me that passed away. So it has a lot of sentimental value. So if it was any other baseball cap, I'd probably let somebody else pick it up, but this one I'm going back for. So I'm gonna have to backtrack a mile to that spot, get the baseball cap, and turn around. So I just added 2 miles to my day. And the dry section. Oh well. There's some rain coming too. Maybe that'll come hit me and cool me off. Alright, I'll go find my baseball hat. Why would I walk a mile back for this hat? I figured I would share this story. This hat right here was given to me by my friend Skipper Hare, who passed away in 2020. About 11 years ago, 12 years ago, my second marriage had ended and my life was not in a good place. Well, Skipper had recently given his life to Jesus and had become a dear friend, brother. He was not a perfect man. He did a lot of things wrong in his life, just like I did mine. But he sold out everything to follow Christ and to live his life for his Savior and his family. And he was my brother. He was my counselor. He was a lot of different things. His son has been training in my jiu-jitsu gym since he was 6. So he was a very, very dear friend of mine. And so this hat has a lot of sentimental value because he gave me this hat. And he had these hats printed and carried them with him. And he gave them to anybody who wanted one. That's the kind of guy he was. He would give you a Bible, he would give you the hat, and he would give you the shirt off of his back. Now that is the complete opposite of the man that he used to be. He would do anything for $1. He wasn't a very good family man, but that's the power of what happens when you give your life to Christ. And when I gave my life to Christ after I hit that low point in my life, everything began to change for me. And I live an amazing, blessed life now that Jesus is the main part of my life. And I just wanted to share with you guys that today because it's been a long time, and a lot of people say, hey, I love your hat, but there's a story behind this hat, and I think this might be my permanent hiking hat from now on. I don't know if you'll ever see me hiking in another hat. It starts conversations, it shows people that I love them, and I'm just thankful for my dear friend. I'm going to leave a link to a podcast that me and him did before he passed away right up there so that you guys can see Skipper Hare. He had a YouTube channel that he was starting with his family, and it was pretty awesome. And he was doing the podcast as well, and unfortunately COVID took his life way too soon, and he affected so many people for Jesus, and I'm so thankful for him and his friendship. So I would never leave that hat behind. We're coming up on 11 miles and the little scraggy trailhead. This is about a mile past the fire station. I didn't need to stop at the fire station because Greg, that has Leo with him in the truck, has water for me, so I just go ahead and push on to his truck and get water there before we move on for the rest of the day. There's a little bit of thunderstorms around, a little thundering. I got a little sprinkle of rain there for a minute. Hopefully it's passed, but yeah, I'm gonna stop and have lunch with Greg, and then we're gonna keep on pushing. Leo! Hey buddy! Hey buddy! Buddy. Hey buddy. Hey buddy. Yes, you. Yes, you. Oh, I didn't see you. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Whew. Calm down. All right. I see you. I see you.
He's happy.
I know. I know. I know. Good boy. Good boy. All right. Daddy got through the hot section. Now I need water. I'm out.
Oh, are you?
Oh, yeah. All right, we got Leo back. I got water from Greg, and we stopped and ate lunch and just hung out for a while. There was a storm in the area, kind of making sure that it was going to pass before we head on. And yeah, now we're back on trail, and I'm going to look to try to maybe do 6 more miles. We'll see. We'll just kind of see, play it by ear, see where we're at and what time of day, how hot it is, all those things. I was hoping that rain would keep it nice and cool, but the sun's back out and it's already hot again. So about less than a mile after we left Greg there was a guy doing some trail magic, offering some free sodas. So we stopped. His name was Caveman. Met a couple new thru hikers, Andrew and Warren. So we're gonna see how far we go. There's a creek about 4 miles from here that'll put me at like 16 miles for the day, or there is another creek that's about 3 miles past that. So we'll just have to see what we feel like. It is getting later in the afternoon. I did sit and visit with Greg for having lunch, and so I got there around 2 o'clock, and it's now 4. So we spent a good hour and a half sitting and just talking. So, but that's okay. We're gonna get these miles in, and got Leo back, and he is doing well. So, and we got a nice cool day, plenty of trees for shade, so not too hot. We're not in an exposed area, and there's water every few miles, so that's gonna be nice. can't buy a water source tonight so that he has plenty of water, although it hasn't been an extremely hot day, and we've already gotten by a good water source since we've been on trail, so since I got him. We're gonna push it on these last couple miles and get camp set up. All right, we made it to camp. Made it all the way to a very nice water source creek. That's the reason why I kept pushing until I got here. Let me tell you what it is. It is Buffalo Creek. 19.4 miles for the day. 3 of that miles was miles that I've already done. He did great today. It looks good. It's a lot cooler, more water today, so all in all, it was a good day. Got to camp a lot later than I wanted to. It's 7 o'clock now. So I am going to eat, and then I am going to climb into bed. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.